Gentlemen, the year has come to an end. And in light of that realization, I'm gonna go back and review just some of the tools that I've been enjoying over this past year and share with you why. Yeah. Alright, first up is this tool shop folding utility knife. I love this for so many reasons. First of all, it is like full heavy set aluminum, so it has like nice heft, and it's not going to break on you. So that is a big bonus, because I often drop things on the ground here in the shop, and it is all cement down there. So the more fragile things break pretty often. Like the stuff on the shelves back here, I'm kind of worried about all the time, because I will definitely knock something, and it will break very soon. This also has really quick blade removal, and that is super important because switching your blades on utility knives like these are it's pretty important, because these go dull pretty fast, especially if you're using them on foam or cardboard, which is mostly what I use them for. The fibers in there just dull it down very quickly. I love the sharp point that the utility knife allows you to have, but I just don't really like the build of most utility knives. They're just clunky and not fun to use, but this solves a lot of that. And it's also like super cheap. You can get it at most hardware stores. I think I actually got this at just like a grocery store near me in like one of the end aisle racks. I got this for just like a couple bucks, and I love these. If I ever lose this, I'm absolutely going to buy another one, because I use this all the time and I just love it to death. But yeah, the second one is this Neewer motorized camera slider. Now, to preface this, I accidentally was running this slider on this workbench here, and the slider may have fallen off and hit the cement floor, and it broke. But that's not the important part. The important part is how well it performed beforehand. I love this because of its like tiny form factor. It's like the size of my hand, so you can throw it in like your camera bag and take it like anywhere. It's nice because you can it can be like a straight dolly, but also a curved dolly, and you can adjust that like on the fly, because these wheels here move, so you can make it a curved dolly shot, which is very nice. It's super cheap, and it has a mount here that is super easy to screw on. You can get different mounts for your different cameras. One thing I will say though is this head, once you screw it on, is very difficult sometimes to unscrew, and that is why a lot of the rubber here has like torn off, because it's either too tight or too loose when I try and screw it on. So oftentimes I put it on too tight, and it's just a pain to get off. And then the little thing here that threads into the dolly also sometimes gets really tight and is pretty hard to get rid of. But it has 3 different speeds. You can change it on the fly, and there's also a remote, which is just super nice for that. But all in all, it is a great like beginner filmmaking tool that I have used in a lot of my videos in the past year or two. But it's great. I would recommend checking it out. Our third one is this miniature drill. I will have links to all these products in the description. This little drill is one of my favorite tools we have here in the shop. It is a easily changeable little hand crank drill, and I use this for terrain and miniatures all the time. I was just recently using this to drill some holes to put magnets in a couple of my 3D printed bases, but it is just really quick to like change the bit on it. The drill actually comes with a ton of different bits, so you are never lacking the correct size of bit. The knurling on the handle is really great. It gives you good grip. It's comfortable in your hand. It's not overly engineered at all. The simplicity of this is great for the price and for the form factor. Sometimes you just need a really simple tool to get the job done, and this is a perfect example of that. The same as this. These two tools are super simple and are some of my favorite tools. It has very little to break. I've not managed to break one of these yet. I did manage to break one of the drill bits though and stabbed it in my hand, but I'm okay now. And I still love it, even though it has injured me. Anyways, it's a great tool. Here's another great one. This is Sculpt mold. Oh. As you can see, there are some problems with it. There's now a bit of haze in the air around the shop. But this is a water-activated modeling compound. It is very, very similar to plaster. You mix it with some water in a cup, stir it up, and within 30 minutes it will dry hard. It cures over 24 hours and gives a nice heft to your terrain pieces. I use this for almost everything. For like all my rock textures, all my ground like bases, I use it for a lot, and it is super, super cheap. It's like 10 or 15 bucks for this, and you get around like two or three times the size of this bag. If you mix it all up with the water, you get about double the amount that fits in this bag. I've had this for like 6 months to a year, and I have not used it all up yet, even though I use it on a ton of different things. It is super easy. It's not like toxic. You don't have to wear like gloves and stuff to protect yourself. So that's a big plus. And it dries quickly, and you can really sculpt with it. I was making some hill terrain, and with that I was coming in with like a toothbrush and making striations in the rock, and it is perfect for that kind of application. It is super robust. It hides all the weird mistakes that I make in my terrain, and really it just gives it a nice texture. So it is great for the times when you need to hide all your lazy mistakes. I am currently using this quite a bit in my Hagglethorn Hollow project, like on this right here. This is all Sculpt mold. I use it on a lot of my pieces, and it's really just great. It adds a lot. This one is really good as well. This is my shop apron. I love this so much. A friend of mine got this for me, and I've been using it for a long, long time. It holds all your tools super well. It has multitudes of pockets, and it keeps me from losing a lot of things in the shop. It is super adjustable. The strap's back here. You can fit it to like any size. So big, tall, 6'2" me can wear it, and also the little tiny youngins can wear it as well. The pockets are like way deeper than you would expect. They go really far down, so you can fit tons of stuff. There's a loop for your hammer, and it's just great. The canvas it is made out of is also nice because it is something that you can really easily modify to yourself, like adding more pockets, adding separators in here. It is really easy to do that. So for all you sewers out there, you can do that. I am woefully incompetent in that area, but it is great. It keeps me from losing things all around the shop, which I still do anyway, but this helps it at least a bit. And I wear this every time I'm painting because I am very prone to spill paint all over myself. So I wear this just all the time, and it is held up super well. This will last me pretty much forever. Getting it on and off is pretty easy as well. There's a little clip in the back so you don't have to tie it, which just saves a lot of time. And I love it. I love it a lot. And it's one of the few things that I use like every single day. And we have a couple more. Okay, this one is more of an honorable mention. We have a couple honorable mentions. I was trying to keep this all to tools, and it's not really gonna stay that way, but it's okay. So this is a terrain piece from the Hagglethorn Hollow Kickstarter. You already heard me talk about this, but I thought I'd throw it in here. Because it is a newer development in the world. So Hagglethorn Hollow Kickstarter was an amazing, you can like pledge I think, is an amazing Kickstarter where this Weta Workshop sculptor hand sculpted all these amazing terrain pieces and then 3D scanned them and sent them out to us for quite a cheap price considering the amount of work he put in. They are fully modular, so like the roof comes off and that comes off, yeah. And they are just beautiful. They are support free, except for a couple of them which are already pre-supported. So I just love 3D printing these, and they're great because they bring a really high quality terrain to the 3D printing community. And it's something that I can throw on while I'm at work, while I'm at school, and then I come back and the print is done, and look, I have this amazing little fantasy house now. So I'm still working through printing all of these and making like additions and kit bashing and stuff, so stick around, subscribe to see some of those in the future. We've made one video about it. I'm in the works for a second video, and there will be many more after that, but I've just been very busy, so it's been a little bit difficult. But it is great. It is something I love. They are beautiful, easy to paint, and the community around it is really great. So I would recommend to check it out. Again, the link will be in the description. Alright, here is another. This is not a tool. This is another honorable mention. These are the, I have 4 of these. These are the Cobalt Keep magnetized miniature display cases and transport cases. I like these a lot. I have not used these too much in the field yet. They have not been field tested yet, but just around the house I have been loving these. High quality plastic. One already got knocked down the stairs and did not break, so we are happy about that. It's a two-part carrying case. The bottom has a big sheet of metal here, so you can stick your miniatures on it, flip them upside down, they stay quite well. The top plastic part locks in very strongly, so sometimes it's actually pretty difficult for me to open it up, but it is not going to pop open on you and spill your miniatures everywhere. Even for your non-magnetized miniatures, this is a pretty good option, as the most they can really do is like roll around. It's going to protect them well, even if they're not magnetized. I've already carried some non-magnetized minis around in here, and it works. It works pretty well. Alright, well, that is it. I hope you enjoyed some of the new opinions and thoughts in this video. If you have something you'd like to share, please put it down in the comments below. The links to all these products will also be in the description. None of them are sponsored, so I make no profit off of them. They're all my own opinions. Anyways, have a great 2022. Hopefully it goes better than 2021. Fingers crossed. I know this video is a little late. That's my bad. But I've just been busy with a new D&D campaign I'm starting. You're going to definitely hear more about that later on. And hopefully we'll get some more Hagglethorn Hollow content out there as well. Just life is busy, and that is the reality of it, so it will be a while till all of that is finished. Alright, see you guys around.